Hi, Dan Applequist from Vodafone. I was wondering if you could comment or tell us some about the strategy for Silverlight on mobile, and particularly the new class of internet-connected devices that we're seeing growing in the marketplace.
Yeah. Well, we'll absolutely, for the one platform we can commit, we're committed. We'll do Silverlight on Windows Mobile. And then the real question is, with a variety of the other handset vendors and with folks like Vodafone, which other platforms are most important to target? Probably what we'll wind up doing is running on most J2M EE phones. Certainly, I suspect we'll wind up, before we're all said and done, on Symbian phones, et cetera. In the case of Windows Mobile, we'll take the integration a step further and really get the whole graphics environment well integrated around Silverlight on Windows Mobile devices. So we see a very big role for Silverlight in the mobile area.
So this event is all about startups, but one of the big problems startups have, and this is getting back to the patent thing, is that you can't build anything these days without somebody having a patent on it. As a startup, you don't have the patent portfolio. The big guys are fine because they've got this sort of Cold War thing going on. But for startups, we're stuck. So do you and do Microsoft think that the current patent situation is tenable, or should there be changes to the way these things work?
I think the patent system is very good but imperfect. And that's why we for one have pushed for patent reform in the U.S. We think there is a reform of the patent system that's needed. The thing I worry about is that people will, so to speak, want to throw the baby out with the bathwater and say, let's just get rid of this. I think that would be a terrible thing for innovation in large companies and small. It is unclear who benefits more from the current patent regime, the small company or the big company. I think it's the small company today that benefits more, because typically the small company that's got an innovation that it thinks a big company infringes presses the case, and you don't have that many cases where big companies are running around thumping small companies on the head. That's sort of the statistical truism today. So you could say on balance today, whatever's happening, I'd say small companies are benefiting slightly more, but the bigger issue is how unpredictably the patent system works today. And I think for big companies and small, people would like greater predictability. What qualifies for a patent? How do you know about patents? Are patents for big inventions or little inventions? Are they from business model inventions, process inventions? I think the patent system basically got designed for things that are mechanical. And now that we have things that are non-mechanical, it probably need, or mechanical or it got reformed once in the U.S. There was sort of the world of the Industrial Revolution, and then it got reformed for the pharma industry and essentially electronics. And it has not gone through an era of reformation for the software industry. And at least the points we're carrying to legislators in the U.S. and the points we're carrying to the Commission is reform actually makes sense, but let's make sure the reforms facilitate innovation in our industry as well as these others.
Tom Keane from Nitrocell. Steve, I'm very excited about software plus services. It shows Microsoft is getting serious about software as a service, but maybe in an integrated way. You currently have about 600,000 partners. What's going to happen to that number over the next 3 to 5 years, do you think?
My basic view is that why does Microsoft, let's start with why Microsoft has partners and what our partners do. Microsoft partners are basically in the business of adding value in the information technology space, mostly for other businesses, but to some degree, particularly with ISVs, software developers, also for end users. So the question you have to ask is, go out 5 or 10 years. The world is now a software plus services world. Are the opportunities for innovation and value add in our business going to be less, greater, or the same as it is today? I think it's going to be greater. Now, where people are adding value could change. Look, I remember back, 15 years ago, we had a bunch of partners that made their living essentially integrating TCP/IP protocol stacks into Windows. There used to be a healthy industry for independent TCP/IP protocol stacks. Today we all laugh and say, ha ha ha, that's ludicrous. So the activities in which our partners engage continue to morph and change. But at the end of the day, if we're successful, we will have more people in partner organizations 10 years from now than we have today, and they will be doing work that is somewhat similar but largely dissimilar from the work people do who work in our partners today.